Welcome to an episode of Travel Tip Tuesday. This is Kerwin with cruiseandaltitude.com. Today's travel tip is actually going to talk about the hurricane and how to kind of help yourself out during the hurricanes if you're going to be traveling. So, as you may or may not know, Hurricane Sandy started in the Caribbean, did some damage in some of the islands in the Caribbean, and then headed north and has done severe damage in the northeastern United States. Uh, there have been some deaths, there's been some power outages, travel is snarled. So, we're just going to kind of talk about, well, what do as a traveler, how do you recover from something like this? So, you're looking at FlightAware's website, and they have an advisory, and kind of everyone has been quoting FlightAware because they have like a list of all the flights that's been canceled, all the total numbers. So the numbers of flights that has been canceled is pretty staggering, as you can see here. But one of the things to note is that all the airlines and all the buses and the rail services will have some kind of information for you about how to get back on track, how to change your flights, and exactly what you need to do. So if you go to like British Airways, for example, as an international airline flying into the United States, you can see they have a link there that says Hurricane Sandy information. And then once you click on it, it gives you all the information you need. So it's saying Hurricane Sandy affecting flights to and from the East Coast U.S. And when you scroll through here, you'll see all the information in here. And one of the important things that they're trying to tell you is that you need to check your flight status. That's here. So when you click on check your flight status, it'll take you to a page where you can put your flight information in. And they also give you numbers that you can call. Now, bear in mind that a lot of people are going to be calling, because when you have so many flights being canceled, you are going to have a long wait on the phone. So if you can manage your reservations online, and some airlines give you an opportunity to do that, on United's website, you can put your confirmation number and your last name in, and once you do that, it'll pull up your reservation and it'll show you the flight choices that they've already had for you. All the airlines have these automated booking systems, or at least most of them do anyway, and what they will do is it'll go through and it'll try to rebook you. Now realize that there's like about 2 or 3 days worth of cancellation, so it's going to take a while to get everybody back on where they need to go. And as just like British Airways, United has a link here to a page that they've set up, and it kind of tells you about all their travel policies um, for all the things that are occurring at the time. And this is the one here for the for Hurricane Sandy. And as you can see, it's quite extensive. One thing you do need to know though is that, so for example, the airline flight, you can change your flight as long as your travel begins by November 7th, and they'll waive the change fee and they'll waive the fare difference. This is if your travel dates was between October 28th and November 1st. So just make sure you make your changes based on the rules that they have. Now, if your flight was canceled, you can get your a refund. Like they said, refunds are permitted only if your flight is canceled or delayed at least 2 hours. Now, most of the airlines differ, but pretty much if your flight's canceled, you are entitled to a refund, and they'll process the refund for you. Now, it's not only airlines that is affected, it's also affecting buses. So megabus.com, which goes pretty much up and down has services up and down the East Coast, there also have their service advisories, and here you can see them talking about currently monitor Hurricane Sandy, potential service disruption it may cause. And when you click over on the link, they give you kind of the cancellations that they have here. So you can see a list of all the cancellations for today. So the M1 that goes from Chicago to Ann Harbor, then up to Detroit, all trips canceled in both directions, and you can read all through them here. So just call or go online to rebook whatever travels you have, and they have a number down here, and they're telling you that you can just call and they will take care of you. Let's look at Via Rail in Canada. They have a little link that says all trains operating as per the regular schedule with minor delays. So because the storm was more on the northeastern United States, they didn't have much, if any, disruption for via rail. Amtrak is probably not the same. So let me flip over to Amtrak here and see what that they have. Uh, while Amtrak comes up, I'll go over to Virgin America. And this is on Twitter. So one of the things they're trying to show is that the airlines use all different kind of media to get in touch with you. So this is Virgin America here, and this is their stuff on their Twitter feed. And basically they have little notices. They're apologizing for the lengthy hold time. As I told you, it's going to be really difficult. But they want to know, please click here if you'd like a refund slash credit for a canceled flight. So they're trying to make it easier for you to get your information. So really the first thing you need to do is to check the internet, and that's actually if you have power. I mean, if you don't have any power and you don't have an internet in the area, then you just have to wait until you get some kind of way of contacting your airline. Wanted to show you on Facebook what Delta is also doing, and pretty much the airlines have something on Facebook and on Twitter. And it shows our hearts go out to everyone affected by Hurricane Sandy. And please know we're working hard to ensure everyone's travel safety. Now, this picture here is typical of what's going on at the airlines. There's a group of people whose job it is to make sure the system gets back online. Now they have crews all over the place. So what they've done is what's called pre-cancels. So basically, they cancel flights before they get stranded somewhere. And what this does, and they've also repositioned crews all over the system. So what this will do is as soon as the airports are open, it'll allow them to fly the airplanes, and so they can fly people to where they need to go. Of course, in some cities, like in New York City, the subways close, the roads might be flooded, so people might not be able to get to the airports. So just please bear with everyone as they try to work through the situation. And I think that was via rail. This was United. And then I think I had Amtrak. And I ended up going to the Amtrak rewards site. But let me just go to the regular Amtrak website so you can see what's there. And let's continue. And while Amtrak comes up, one thing I wanted to tell you about. And here's Amtrak, and they have a little alert up here, Northeast Service Advisory. Now it's interesting, right? This is affecting just the northeastern part of the United States. A lot of these airlines and bus service and everything serves the entire country and some of the entire world. So you're not going to see like a big blanket thing that says, call here. And it's not that they don't care about you, but they have a lot of customers to take care of. And while the system in the Northeast is disrupted in the rest of the world / the country, it's not. So they have to serve everyone. So this is the information that Amtrak has on here. They're assessing the damage and making repairs, and they're telling you, which service isn't working. So just make sure you check the websites. The piece I wanted to talk to you too about is travel insurance. Now, a lot of people frown on travel insurance, but travel insurance actually is something good to get, and it's in case of situations like these. Now, you do have to, some natural disasters are not necessarily covered by travel insurance, but things that occur, so that maybe the hurricane itself is not covered, but maybe your delay insurance kicks in. So what they're telling you to do is that if you are World Numbers policyholder affected by Hurricane Sandy, please call emergency assistance, and they give you a number. Now, most of the insurance company, they pretty much work the same way, and they'll just tell you what to do in order to get in touch with them. And there's a whole list of phone numbers here if you need to call. Because if you had insurance from like another country and you're here in the United States and you're stranded, you may be covered, but it just depends on what the policy that you have. So again, just call and check with your policy. Also, the credit card you use may have given you travel insurance by that card that you use. So just call them and check and see if you're covered or not. So that's about all I have. Leave a comment below, or if there's anything you think I missed that may be able to help you. But again, just Call the airlines. Check the websites first. Check your flight status. See what's happening. Call the airlines and see if you can be rebooked or if they already rebooked you. And that's about it. This is Kerwin with cruising on 2.com. Hopefully, you'll have a great trip.